Have you ever felt like there's something more to your life? Like you feel like you're meant for something more. When God selects you for a special purpose, you really don't get an instruction manual. It's not like you just get this handbook that you can go, what happens here? Instead, it's these weird little signs and gut feelings that start to pop up. They're not random. They're trying to tell you something big, and it's worth paying attention to them, diving deep into what they mean, because it's really like you're being nudged towards something really big in your life. And I'm gonna break down the 9 signs you are chosen. Sign number 1 is you do not fit in. You know you're different. You don't fit in at all. You kind of feel like an oddball. If something or someone feels off, you never waste your energy. You'd rather be alone. You're a naturally authentic person. You can't pretend to be somebody else. You live by the words of Jim Morrison. People are strange when you're a stranger. So you would rather appear strange to others than to be a stranger to yourself. So it's hard for you to connect with people who are putting on an act, they're putting on a mask. It's difficult for you to be around people who are not honest, who are not authentic. You can't relate to people who are obsessed with seeking social validation, who care too much about how they look, and they're living just for likes on social media. They're pulling out their phones to post every single thing that they do online at every single second. You have this radar for fakeness and unhappiness in other people's skin, and you can feel it from a mile away. Being chosen like this is a superpower that not only allows you to be true to yourself, but allows you to spot when others aren't. And this maybe is one of the signs that you're different. And that's okay, because as you're gonna see, it's because you're meant for something really big. Sign number 2 that you are chosen is you know you're not here to just pay bills and die. You're not satisfied with the usual and ordinary routines. The average life path isn't yours. It's like what Ralph Waldo Emerson said. Don't go where the path may lead. Instead, leave the path and make your own trail. And ever since you were little, you've always been confused about why people do what they do with their very limited time on earth. Maybe this has caused some problems between you and your parents or your childhood friends, adults, teachers, that the adult pressure to conform didn't work on you. And maybe you even became depressed at one time in your life. Maybe you can even remember crying at night because you didn't understand why. You couldn't just do what you're told. Like you just couldn't do what society said you needed to do. It just wasn't part of you. And this means you're meant to be an entrepreneur. You're meant to be an author, a poet, an artist, a business leader. You're just meant to be a leader in general in your church, in your family. You're meant to be different. Steve Jobs was that way. Albert Einstein was that way. And all the people who changed the world are this way. They don't fit in. And it's true that some people find comfort in everyday normal life, but you feel like there's something greater. There's a more significant path that's waiting for you. And your life is about walking the edge instead of just turning back when you get to the edge. The purpose is for you to realize that you have wings and you can jump off from the edge and you can fly. That you're chosen in this way because you're meant to help other people wake up as well. Sign number 3 is you'll experience unique challenges. All of these challenges that you face, they're not meant to break you. They're meant to shape you into the person that you were chosen and destined to be. You're not just fighting your own battles. You're going to be showing others that they can overcome their challenges as well. You're learning how to help other people with theirs, with your experiences. You're like a guiding light for all these people that are lost and confused, that your own struggles, you're going to realize you have an amazing opportunity to help others. So remember, when you walk in your own direction, there's a higher power that's testing you with these challenges. It's asking, are you really a chosen one? Are you really ready to have everything that I've planned for you? So keep pushing forward and remember, you're not alone on this journey. You're actually being guided and pushed into these challenges because it's all part of something bigger. Even when you don't feel like you can do it, Even when you feel like, hey, maybe I should just give up. Even when you feel like turning back and starting over, it's not happening to you, it's happening for you. Sign number 4 is you question everything in search of the truth. And this could get you in trouble. You've always asked why. Why is that true? Why do we do this? Why do we do that? Why do we have to do it this way? How come? You understand what Socrates meant when he said, the unexamined life is not worth living. To others, it kind of seems like harsh words, right? But to you, it's just the truth. You're not just here to memorize facts and figures. You're not here to just accept what they say is true and real. You want to know the truth, and you're not afraid to do your own research and question the so-called experts, because God gave you this inner strength so you can help the world realize what's true and what's an illusion. Jesus Christ was like this in the highest example. He was here to pull back the veil and show us that the world has blinded us from who we really are. So remember, it's okay to let go of what you thought was true, because you know what Mark Twain meant when he actually said that it's not what you know that'll hurt you. It's what you think you know that just ain't so. Sign number 5 is that you hear an inner voice. You know that you're here for something more and something special when you can hear that inner voice. And sometimes this inner voice may even get you into a little bit of trouble, right? Because it's telling you the opposite of what the voices of the world are saying you should do. Some people call this voice intuition, but it's really just a higher power that's speaking through you and to you. It's guiding you. It's telling you what to ignore. It's telling you what not to listen to. And it may seem strange to other people because everybody has this voice, but most people just never hear it. They're so caught up in the world of illusion. They're so attached to their own thinking that it seems crazy to other people. And this voice causes you to question things. This voice causes you to try new things. It will tell you to move to a new city, to try a new job, to go in a new direction in life. And sometimes it can be scary because your ego is telling you at the same time to do something, but God is speaking through you and it's telling you to do something else. So if this inner voice is strong in you, you have to learn to trust it, because when you're chosen for a higher purpose, this is the voice that's going to guide you to what you're meant to do and what you're meant for in life. So if you're having troubles, if you need answers, you can just take a deep breath and you can ask for guidance and direction, because the voice is always there with a loving answer. Now, sometimes the old belief systems and stuff we inherit from the world gets in the way, and that's why I always use success hypnosis. And I have a free success hypnosis. It's pinned to the comments and in the description right there down below. But these next signs are very important, because it's important to know if you're actually chosen and how to make sense of all these things that are happening in your life. So don't get my free success hypnosis yet, because we need to cover the rest of these. Sign number 6 is you're going to go on your own hero's journey. So when you're chosen, you go on this hero's journey. Joseph Campbell invented the concept of the hero's journey, and it's one that you're going to take or you're already on it and you just don't know yet. So let's just break down Joseph Campbell's steps. So step number 1 is a call to adventure. So the hero begins the ordinary world journey, and then he receives a call to enter an unknown world that is full of very strange and different things. And then step number 2 is a refusal of the call. So initially the hero may refuse the adventure due to fear, insecurity, right? And it's this ordinary world that kind of tries to play tricks on our mind. But then step number 3 is we often meet a mentor, a hero, someone who provides advice, training that helps us to answer the call of this journey. And then step number 4 is we cross the first threshold. You leave the ordinary world, you venture into the unknown. Step number 5 is test allies and enemies. So the hero face tests allies and enemies. They confront those enemies. They're learning the rules of the new world. And then step number 6 is to approach the innermost cave. So you approach this central location of where your adventure begins, hidden deep within that you've never noticed. Step number 7 is the ordeal. So the hero faces the greatest challenge of the journey and experiences death, rebirth, emerging totally transformed from all of those difficulties and all of that chaos. And then step number 8 is reward, or seizing the sword. So after surviving death and the challenges, the hero's reward is that they're seizing that sword. And then step number 9 is the road back to the ordinary world with your newfound wisdom. And then step number 10 is resurrection. And this is the final test where everything is at stake. So this is where you're using everything that you learned to re-enter the world, return with the elixir. The hero returns to the ordinary world, but the journey back to the ordinary world is meaningless without all of that wisdom from the difficulties that you faced. And now let's move on to sign number 7, that you're a chosen one. You have an indescribable sense of purpose, even if you don't know exactly what it is yet. So you possess this inner knowing. It's a deep-seated conviction that you're chosen, that you're different, that you're meant for something more. It's this gut feeling. It's this burning fire in your soul that continually reminds you that you're here for something big. You're convinced that you're meant to make a meaningful difference in the world and do things in a different way. You often feel like you're an old soul. You've experienced all of this stuff that's beyond your years on earth. And at times, you even have a sense for a different place, like a home that you can't quite identify, but you kind of miss deeply, and it's an intense feeling. And it's this feeling that you're not like everyone else. You're meant to do more than just follow the status quo, that you have this mission of positive change to make the world a better place. And no matter how hard you try to deny this, that's the important thing. It can't fade. Step number 8 is that others are going to try to darken your light. So sometimes you encounter people who seem to dislike you, even when you haven't done anything wrong. And this can be confusing because you genuinely are a good-hearted person, just trying to find happiness and do life in your own way. And that light radiates from you, and it makes some people uncomfortable. It's as if your light illuminates the darkness within them, revealing parts of themselves that they aren't proud of, or it strikes a chord in them. So as you continue to grow spiritually, that inner light of yours shines even brighter. And some people are going to appreciate and love you for it. But some people are going to react strangely or negatively, question you, you're crazy. They just try to put anything they can to dampen that light. But it's coming from their own issues. So don't allow them to darken your light. Keep being that unique person that you are. Release the negativity from your life and trust that the universe is on your side. Remember, you're guided and you're protected from above. So don't worry about those who just don't understand, no matter how hard you try to explain it, because you're here for something more. And those people are just a manifestation of the next level of your own test to see if you're ready for the next leg up in your life. And that's when the forces of the universe amplify your life in ways you really can't even imagine. Now, sign number 9 is that God is on your side. When you're chosen, you don't need to worry about little things. When you're stuck in life, the solutions are always revealed. When you lose a job, the perfect one shows up without you needing to overthink it. A relationship falls apart, but it's really because someone better is supposed to be coming into your life and you just couldn't see it at the time. So it's as if everything that's bad that's happening is really God reorganizing your life for your highest and best good in ways you can't see, because those bad things end up working out better than you can possibly imagine. So it becomes kind of funny because a higher power sometimes has to shake the tree of your life to really give you what you're destined for. So the more you relax, the more you trust the process, the more that you see that everything works out perfectly for you, you realize you are being guided, that there's truly an invisible hand that is directing your life. And this invisible hand is friendly, it's loving, it's all-knowing, and it's infinite in nature. So you never need to ask, why is this happening to me? Because everything is happening for you, for your best good. When something happens that seems bad, it's just because God is bringing you something bigger, something better. Maybe it's a new job for more money. Maybe it's a new relationship that will truly support you in your future, but it's all working out perfectly for you. You don't need to stress because the creator of the universe is on your side. Now, these are the 9 strange signs that you're chosen. Hopefully this helps you make sense of everything, that the universe is on your side, you're meant for something more, and you can trust that inner voice. If you enjoy this video, make sure you get my free success hypnosis right there down below. It's pinned to the comments in the description. It's jakeshypnosis.com. Comment down below, I am chosen. I am chosen. If you enjoyed this video, smash the like button on it and click right here to watch another video.